Hi, it's Cara and welcome to another video. Today we're doing my July book haul. There may be a couple of distractions as we're going. I have people working on my roof currently. It's currently quiet, but it may get loud again. I also have a cold sore on my face, which you will see me complaining about a lot if you watch my vlogs, but we'll just keep going on. So these are in no particular order. I have quite a few things here, but let's get started. So first off, a book I have already read, and that is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. This is a body horror YA feminist queer story, and honestly it's so good. I'll talk about it more in my wrap up, but I've already read it. It was amazing. Then we have Memento by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the novella that came with the pre-order of Aurora Rising. If you pre-order it from a lot of places, I won mine in a competition through Dimmicks. There was like 100 given away, and I was lucky enough to receive one. I was very lucky to receive a copy of this. I'm very thankful for it. And I'm going to be buddy reading this in August with April. A book I picked up in a little bit of a whim. This is Witchwood by Tahara Murphy. This is the sequel companion novel to Furthermore. I haven't read Furthermore, but Witchwood as a plot appealed to me a lot more, and I've never been able to find Furthermore in my bookstore, but this was in my bookstore, so I'm going to try this out, and if I like it, I'll go back and read Furthermore. This follows Laylee, and she prepares the dead, which your girl likes. This cover is gorgeous, and I'm really excited to read this. I don't know when I'll get around to it, but I'm very glad to have it on my shelf. This is like a middle grade series, so yes. The next book I bought because I finished a different book by this author. They're not in the same series or anything. I'm pretty sure this is a standalone, but I finished Deceptive by Emily Lloyd-Jones in July, so I picked up The Hearts We Sold, which is a demon kind of story. She sells her soul to a demon, but also look how beautiful this cover is. It's also super floppy. I'm really excited about this, and her newest release, The Bone Houses, comes out later in the year, and I really want to buy that one as well. So I'm yes, I didn't even know this existed, but then the paperback got announced and I saw this cover and I died. I'm sorry, I'm being really brief on synopses, but if you know me, I don't really like to know too much about things going into them, so I don't know a whole heap. A book I'm planning on reading in August as well is Gumiho Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. This is a modern Korean fantasy set in Seoul, and we follow Gu Myung, and she is a Gumiho, and she consumes the energy of men to survive, and there's a bit of a romance. I don't really know the plot per se, but this is obviously Korean fantasy, and I'm really excited to read it. It's on my Newts TBR for August, and is a new release, if you didn't know that. Another book that I bought because I read something else by that author this past month. This is Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Fruity. I read King of Fools this month and really enjoyed it, which is the sequel to Ace of Shades, and this was her debut, so I decided to pick it up. It's purple, it's pretty. I'm really excited to read it. I believe it's set in a circus and has a bisexual main character. Yeah. This next book, The Light Between Worlds by Laura Weymouth, I picked up because I am really excited for Laura E. Weymouth's newest release, which is called Treason of Thorns, I think. And I had never read this one, and so I followed it up because the second one looks so good. This is a fantabulism kind of story, and we've got some portal world fantasy kind of stuff going on. It looks really good. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited about Treason of Thorns. Another book I picked up on a whim, but like later found out I was so excited for, is Other Words for Smoke by Sarah Maria Griffin. This is a queer fantabulism fantasy. There's a house at the end of the lane, it burns down. A lot of dark power magical houses kind of stuff, that's like my jam. It's been blurbed by Christine Lynn Herman, who we love, Christina Henry. I'm interested to read more from her. v. Schwab. Some really great people have blurbed this that I really like. This cover is gorgeous. I didn't spot the owl in the background until much later, but I love this cover. It's got pink sprayed edges and I'm just so excited to read this. Oh, I think I'm going to be reading it really soon. This was a 2019 release, I think. Oh, and it has footnotes, which sell me every time. Yes, it came out in April. Another sequel I got because I read the previous book. This is Morning Star by Pierce Brown, which is the sequel to, well, the third book in the Red Rising trilogy, and I read Golden Sun in July. This is quite a bit chunkier than Golden Sun. These are a dystopian sci-fi futuristic space story. It's kind of like the Hunger Games, kind of not. It does a bad job with female characters, but the ending of the second book really got me. I don't know if I'll continue past this one, but I'm going to read this one. We'll see how we go. I feel like everyone knows about that series by now. Another sequel that I bought is The Will to Battle by Ada Palmer, which is the third book in the Terra Ignota series. This is follows on after Seven Surrenders, which I read in July. These are sci-fi, really complex worlds looking at politics and stuff. It's really confusing, really interesting. Like, it's a lot to wrap your head around, but when you do, it's really powerful. Obviously I read book 2 last month and I straight away went out and got my hands on book 3 so I can read it when I'm ready. I also don't want to leave this too long because the world is so complicated. I would not want to get lost. Then a brand new release that arrived in my mailbox just the other day. We have Jade War by Fonda Lee. This is the sequel to Jade City, which I read earlier in the year and really, really enjoyed. This is a Hong Kong inspired kung fu fantasy. And I really, really enjoyed book 1. This one is also super chunky, but I can't wait to read it. I'm so excited. This month I signed up for LGBTQ+ Reads, which is a group, I think, run by Dahlia Adler, or she's one of the key members. And if you become a Patreon member for them, you can get a queer release every month for a $25 Patreon subscription. And I signed up for that because... yes, and they're personalized recommendations. And I got sent on a personalized recommendation These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. I'm going to be reading this in August for the Newts. This is a witchy, queer YA story with more contemporary vibes, I believe, and I'm really, really excited to read it. I will definitely give my feedback on it when the month is up. And I can't wait to see what my August book for the LGBTQ+ read subscription is. I don't really know that much about this plot-wise, but I'm so keen. Then we have something that's been kind of doing the rounds on BookTube. This is Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. This is a contemporary hard-hitting with a little bit of a fantabulism element. I believe it's supposed to be, it's following some darker topics. I'm really keen to read this. It's really short. Don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but hopefully soon. I'm really, really excited. But yeah, a lot of people have been talking about this, saying it's amazing, so I'm very excited to try it out. Then we have Stronger Than a Bronze Dragon by Mary Fan. I freaking love this cover. This is a, I believe it's an adult fantasy, and is Chinese inspired, obviously with dragons and courts. It's a fantasy. I don't really know that much. It's a new release. I think it maybe might have Mulan elements. Not 100% sure, but I am so ready for this. I'm going to be reading this super soon. It's kind of velvety. Oh my god, I love it. It's a new release. It came out really recently. And I've heard people talking about it and I was just like, yes, come at me. Yes, 2019. It doesn't say the month in here, but I'm very excited. I'm really into support. I really want to be supporting own voices, authors of color as well as queer authors. So this is an own voices Asian fantasy and I'm really excited to read it. Dragons, man, dragons. We also have what is lovingly known on BookTube and Book Twitter as the Titty Book, A Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. This is an adult, new adult fantasy with polyamorous romance. It's a very romance heavy fantasy, if you couldn't tell by the titties on the book. Everyone is bi. It's a big polyamorous mess of an orgy. We love that. I bought this on recommendation from Mel Annie. I know the second book is right around the corner. Like, I think it dropped yesterday. And I'm definitely going to pick that up if I enjoy this, which I'm pretty confident I will. So like a paranormal fantasy, I'm really excited. Paranormal romance, sorry. Romance, it's a romance. A book I've already read. This is Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman. This is the continuation in the Heartstopper series, obviously, and these are cute comics that follow on from the Solitaire radio silence world. We follow Nick and Charlie, who are a big part of Solitaire. Is so cute. I will talk about it more in my wrap up, but is cute. Yes. Another book I'll be reading in August for the Newts, it's on my Newts TBR, is Collateral Damage by Taylor Simmons. This is a supernatural superhero kind of story, but it's a classic, well, not a classic, it's a take on the innocent bystander, non-superhero person. So we follow Meg. She doesn't have superpowers, but she kind of gets roped in to help save a bunch of people with superpowers. I'm so excited about this. If you look at this cover, you can see it's like designed to be a comic, and I'm all for it. This looks so amazing. I'm gonna definitely be reading this in August. Then we have a YA contemporary I 100% bought on a whim of a recommendation from Rocky at Blonde with a Book. She said she'd read this book and it has demisexual representation, and I'm always after some of that. And she recommended Technically You Started It by Lana Wood Johnson. This is another new release. It's told entirely in text format. And we follow Hayley, who's demisexual and dealing with growing feelings for a boy, and I am so ready for that representation. I can't wait to read this. I'm going to be reading this very, very soon. I think it'll also fly by because of that text format. And finally, in this book haul, we have Tell Me How You Really Feel by Amina May Safi. This is another queer romance following, what are the characters' names? Rachel and Sana. And Sana is Mexican Jewish, or Rachel's Mexican, I can't remember. There's Mexican Jewish representation, and it's a Gilmore Girls fan fiction that's kind of been adapted, I believe, or follows those tropes, though I've never watched Gilmore Girls, so I don't really know. And oh my god, it's got very loud, sorry. I'm so excited to read this. Everyone's been saying this is like 100% the best queer sapphic book of the year, and I'm so excited. I don't really know that much about the plot other than that it's contemporary. I believe there's movie making stuff included in this, but that's all I kind of really want to know. I'm so excited for it. So those are all the books I picked up in the month of July. I already have a couple of things sneakily on my August haul, but they came in after the end of July, so we're gonna bump them to August, and it's only a couple of days in. It's my birthday month in August, so that's my excuse, alright? I know there's a lot of books here. I'm low-key a little bit guilty about it, but also not, because treat yourself. It's income I could afford to spend. I'm really excited about all of these. A lot of them are, as you would have noted, I've either read or they're on my August TBR, very soon to be read, and a lot of them are definitely really high up on my TBR, so I can't wait to get to all of these. I'm so excited. If you've read any of these, comment down below, let me know what you thought of them in the most non-spoilery way possible, and otherwise I'll see you next time with another video. Thanks, bye!